Well, hello everybody, thank you for joining us for more local regional football league action here in New Zealand. And tonight we have a match from the Northern League for you from Westmere in Auckland. Western Springs, the home team, taking on the champion team, Auckland City, the defending champions, who've just come back from another successful Oceania Champions League campaign up in the islands. They won that title for the umpteenth time, though they didn't have it their own way in that final against Suva, with that game going to extra time before Auckland City prevailed 4-2. Here is their lineup today, and a lot of players missing that perhaps might normally be there. Emiliano Tade, Adam Mitchell, Michael Den Hire, Cam Howison, Dylan Manicum, Jordan Vale, all missing, but still a squad that has a lot of quality in it. It's going to be captained today by Dan Morgan, who's back from 3 seasons overseas. He's back at the club, and also a new player coming in this year is Tong Zhou, the Chinese player. He's an experienced player. He's had Oodle's experience in the Chinese Super League. He's had 11 years experience. So looking forward to seeing him play. Ryan De Vries on the bench too, to provide some more spark. And the head coach is Albert Riera. Here is the Western Springs team. No Reed Drake today, a former Auckland City player. Their big off-season signing, missing again today. But there are 2 players, in fact 7 players, who have featured in all 11 games so far that this team have played, including 2 new players that have followed up coach Scott Hales from Miramar. They are Patrick Tobin, number 5, and number 10, Juan Gutkick. So looking forward to seeing them in action for their new team. Oscar Brown in the New Zealand Under-23 squad earlier on in the year against China, but didn't play in those 2 matches, but looking forward to seeing him in action for Western Springs in this game.
Number 2, Waiti Hamilton Palmer. Number 4, Kenta Nakashima. Number 5, Patrick Tobin. Number 6, Matthew Thomas. Number 7, Oscar Ramsey, the captain. Number 8, Adama Koulibaly. Number 10, Juan Gutkick. Number 11, Oscar Brown.
These 2 teams have met once this season already, and it was in the opening round where Auckland City won by 4-0. Tade got a goal that day, and Kilcolly a couple as well. And the referee today is going to be Nick Waldron. He's going to be assisted by Pranil Gorhan and Daniel King. So it'd be interesting to see what shape Auckland City are in. They've already had a very busy 2023. They've only played 8 games in this campaign so far, because 3 games have been put on hold, obviously, with their involvement in the Champions League. So that's why perhaps some of those 6 players I touched on there, including Cam Howison, probably being rested from this game. But they'll be important. They'll be focused, this side again, to keep the pressure on the top team at the moment, Eastern Suburbs. Manurewa in 2nd place at the moment, and Auckland City with a win here can leapfrog Manurewa. Western Springs, though, they're in 5th place, so they're still in with a hunt. Had a pretty decent season so far, 5 wins, a draw, and 5 losses. So we're at Seddon Fields in Westmere for Friday night football for you here on the artificial turf. Been a wet old day in Auckland today, not too much wind, which has been a bit surprising, but it's been one of those years, hasn't it? But conditions not too bad, really, here in Westmere for this game tonight. And straight away, a bit of press coming from the players up front for Auckland City. This is Gutkick. Brown looks to move it forward now for Springs. So Auckland City have 6 wins and 2 draws. The 2 draws that they've had have been with Eastern Suburbs and with West Coast. That was perhaps a surprising result, that one, back in round 4. Oh, straight away, here's a chance for Auckland City, but the offside flag was up. Regan Diver, the keeper for Auckland, for Western Springs, a former Auckland City youth player, switching across town to get a good run at a number of games here in the top flight of Northern League football. Now here's Joe Lee putting a bit of pressure on. One gut kick again. Now here's a chance for the Springs side. Koulibaly. And now down it goes to Wamena. Springs have it again through Ramsey, their captain. It's been dispossessed. In fact, Springs have still got possession. All the way back to Hamilton Palmer. He's in the central defensive position tonight with Tobin. Tobin had his moments at Miramar last year. Good to see him moving up to Auckland alongside coach Scott Hales. Slotting at left back is Matt Thomas. So Springs just a patient start for them. And now Auckland City have got the ball back. It'd be interesting to see their tactics because they like to hold the ball for long periods. Tracy with the long ranger though. That's a beautifully delivered ball. Gillian down that left wing side. He's had an excellent season so far. 7 goals in his 14 games. Nathan Lobo. So a bit of youth in this Auckland City team today with Lobo in there again. But again, he's got over 30 games of experience in the Auckland City top team over the last couple of years. So Christian Gray lose the ball again. But now here's a chance through the middle for Lee. Lee round the keeper. And there's the first goal. Just the slightest of mistakes. And an early strike has been a beauty. What a pass there for Lee, and the run was perfectly timed. And once Diver couldn't get the ball, Lee expertly put it away despite the frantic efforts by the Springs defenders. So 1-0. Joe Lee getting the score, his 4th goal this season. Perfect start for Auckland City. And Western Springs, they'll be disappointed with that. And now they're chasing the title holders already. Again, they've had no ball, Auckland City, but still have the lead. Incredible. Brown trying to hold the ball, but he's lost it. And now City have it at the back through Gray. And that's Adam Bell on this, made it right back today. And here's Dan Morgan. Great to have him back in New Zealand. He had an excellent couple of seasons for Auckland City before he decided to take a punt and move over to South Africa for a couple of years, and then came back to Australia last year. Here's Bell again. He's a very good player, but he looks like he's occupying one of the central defending positions today. Dan Morgan, he's a very good left back. But different role for him in this game today. Another potentially good ball there for Lee to chase. Ball away by Josh Margetts. Gakek wins the ball in midfield, and now here comes Springs through Koulibaly. All the way back comes Matt Thomas, and now Ramsey on the ball. Couldn't get a good connection on that one, but it's fallen nicely for Koulibaly again. But Gillian's got it. Bell. Back to Gray. Nice ball from Christian Gray. And here comes Lee, the goal scorer. Got plenty of pace. Really established himself in the Auckland City team now. And throw in for the visitors. Yeah, Lee played 35 games last year for Auckland City. And he's featured in 12 of the matches this season. Bell. All the way back to Gray. Here's Morgan again. Christian Gray. Right out on that left side, and now you can see the Springs attackers are pressing Connor Tracy here. So he'll need to be accurate with that delivery. And they did brilliantly there, didn't they? There goes the pass from Kilcolly to Lee, but Lee just couldn't quite catch up with that one. Great ball. Offside, though, is Kofi Wamena. Player with Ghanaian heritage, first year at Western Springs. Back in the team, he has missed the last 3 games. Or last started in round 8. He's back today for hopefully what he will hope will be the full 90 minutes. Morgan. Such a deep squad, Auckland City. With, I touched on half of pretty much 6 of their first string players being not playing this game today. Tade now being more utilised from the subs bench, like Ryan de Vries. Morgan and Tade and de Vries have all had stints overseas recently, but all have come back to Auckland City. Oh, here's a bit of pressure. Oh, there's a slip there. And Ramsey's got it for Western Springs. And Connor Tracy is down to save it. Well, there was a chance there. Koulibaly just couldn't quite get a good connection on it. Connor Tracy will be very happy that he got his mitts on that one. Gray had a hurried clearance. And Ray Thomas to go back and fight the Hamilton Palmer. Working hard in the central defensive position for Western Springs again. Here's Thomas. Ramsey dropping back. The captain for Western Springs, number 7. Again, the pressure coming from those players. Kilcolly looking to put pressure on. Regan Diver. That's going to work out for Koulibaly. And now Patrick Tobin. Oh, Koulibaly's lost it. Kilcolly pinched it. And here comes Auckland City through Ryan Taib, the young midfielder. In the end is all the way back to Dan Morgan again. Good spreading of the ball, and Christian Gray now looking to come forward. Beautifully gathered on that left wing side. And here comes Auckland City sweeping into the area. This is Liam Gillian. Well, there was a lot of green and white shirts to stop Auckland City back in the area that time. Gray for Auckland City. That's been turned over again. Hamilton Palmer, and now Tobin again. "12 minutes played, goal in the 4th minute to Joe Lee. Just joined the broadcast. Ramsey, and now back in possession for his team. Auckland City choosing to hold off this time. Ramsey trying to pick out Oscar Brown, but he can't get that one. In fact, it was Margetts running forward. 30 years of age now, Josh Margetts. Been around a few sides. 6th game of the season for him for Springs today. Auckland City got a throw in. So Auckland City got a few extra games to catch up on. Most teams in the Northern League have played 10 or 11. Ones that have played 10 have just had their games postponed because of Auckland City's involvement in the Oceania Champions League. Those games will be caught up as Liam Gillian goes back. And Tracy. Gillian again. It's accurate passing again from Auckland City as Kulkoli chases down Regan Diver. Oh, lovely. That's beautifully done. Now here's City again. Beautiful chip ball. Gillian getting it back to Kulkoli. Kulkoli might have a shot here. Just wide. That was a close call there for Western Springs. Could have been 2-0. Kulkoli very close to scoring what would have been his 7th goal of the season. Oh, and they've been hurried again, Western Springs, and some good pressure on that left wing side by Joe, the Chinese player. He's playing in a left midfield attacking position. Oh, been a free-flowing game so far. It's great. No Sam Brotherton this year, of course. He and Adam Mitchell locking in that central defensive positions last year. Brotherton moving back to the United States for 2023. Mitchell still at the club though, but not playing today. Oscar Ramsey, the 26-year-old. Tobin. Oh, they tried down the right-hand side, couldn't get it going, and here comes Gillian, putting the pace down is Liam Gillian. Here's Kulkoli, and they drive it straight at Regan Driver. Good encouraging signs though again from Auckland City as they to put the squeeze on early in this match. That's a good ball. Oscar Brown was muscled off it. No foul according to the referee. And Bell will tidy it up. Kilcolly dispossessed by Hamilton Palmer. Now Brown trying to win it, and there's a free kick going against Ryan Taib, the Algerian-born player. In fact, it's been switched around. Taib, he's only 19, but former Bay Olympic junior, getting his third start this season. And these players like Taib, who's on the ball here, are very keen to take their opportunity. No handball, and Taib tidies it up for Christian Gray. Morgan. Over to Gray again. Lee, nice touch. Back over to Nathan Lobo, but he can't find him. And now his springs again coming forward. Here's a chance, perhaps. Almost there for Tuamena. He couldn't get a shot away, which is a real unfortunate for Western Springs. His gut kick. Hamilton Palmer. Now Thomas. Ramsey over to Patrick Tobin. Not really much happening for Springs on that possession. And there's going to be a free kick. Under lights here at Western Springs home ground at Seddon Fields in Westmere. Hope you're enjoying the coverage. Plenty more football coming over in the next few weeks, of course, here on New Zealand Football's YouTube channel as we move through the winter months and head towards the National League later on in the year, where no doubt Auckland City will be one of the favoured teams again to defend their title. Western Springs hoping to get in there. Tell you what, a win today will really help them. It's not going to be easy, though. Here's Gillian, controls that one. Kilcolly's to offer support. Joe lays it off. That's Kilcolly. Couldn't quite turn, could Lee. Now Taib. It's Morgan with that pass. Gillian. Leading goal scorer for Auckland City this season has been Ryan De Vries, 8. He's scored. Gillian just behind on 7. Kilcolly 6. They really do spread their goals around. Here is Angus Kilcolly. Gillian, lovely touch there from Nathan Lobo. Into the area he comes. Oh, just the communication. Just dropping off there with Joe Lee, who just pulled back from the 6-yard box. And Lobo just couldn't quite connect with him that time. One gut kick. Marquette's under all sorts of pressure. He was there. Auckland City doing a good job of hurrying up some of these Springs players in possession. See Albert Riera in the foreground there. He's up. Got his thick coat on this evening. Temperatures just falling in the evening now here in Auckland. Great turn from Joe Lee. How good was that? Away goes Lee. Wow, underway. Didn't have a shot there as Kulkali. He does have a shot. Diver is down at the near post. Good stop from the young keeper. But Lee, beautiful turn. I reckon he should have gone all the way and had a crack there. Hamilton Palmer. Halfway through this first half. First goal coming in the 4th minute to Joe Lee. He's trying to put a bit of pressure on Ramsey now. And it's just leaked over the sideline. So Auckland City will have enough throw-in. Just so accomplished at playing the ball back, aren't they, Auckland City, and have been so over a long period. Although, just as to say that, Tracy gives it away pretty comfortably there. Now, Ramsey's drifted forward a bit more now for this play. He's gut kick, and that's come off Tayyib, so it's going to be a corner for Western Springs. So, really the first set piece of the game. It's going to fall for the home team. A chance for them to push some players forward for, they will be hoping will be a good delivery here from their captain, Oscar Ramsey. Oh, they play it short. Brown. Blocked by Gillian. And in the end, they didn't threaten at all, did they, Western Springs, as Brown tries to do something with it now. Ten goals last year for Western Springs in 20 games. Did Oscar Brown, and here's Josh Margetts. Second season at Western Springs. Here's Ramsey. Tobin's going to have a long ranger. Well, they haven't really, they've had plenty of possession, Western Springs, but they've not been really able to find a way through to create any sort of pressure on Tracy, other than that one chance they had in the first half. Early in the first half, I tell you what, that was a close call. That was rather untidy from the defending champs there. And here they are getting pressed again. Well done to those Springs players. They've won the ball back again. Margetts. Brown. Here's Ramsey. Tobin. So good period of play. Good period of time, rather, on the ball here for Western Springs. Now Kulkali pressing Patrick Tobin. And that has worked because Auckland City are back in possession. Divers out. Well, in the end, he's conceded field position with that play. One of the bigger clubs in Auckland, of course, Western Springs, always get a good crowd around the sideline and the fence here at Seddon Fields. Just behind Auckland Zoo in the inner west of Auckland's central area. Tracy. Going back there, playing that one back was Matt Thomas. And Diver really hurrying the clearance, which is just what Auckland City wanted. Just haven't looked at quite as sharp. Moving the ball, they've been hurried by these forwards and attacking midfielders by Springs, like Josh Margette's here. Adam Bell did well there, and there's a foul. But you know what? That's Scott Hales. It's not the end of the world giving away a foul in that area of the field. Wamena and Margette's have been doing an excellent job up front and hurrying those Auckland City defenders. Brown just couldn't quite muscle through and get it off Joe Lee there. So it's back to Connor Tracy. Ramsey. Gut kick. Couldn't quite unleash his right side attack, so here comes City. And Christian Gray. Lovely ball out to Liam Gillian. Tobin was there. Gillian again running at the defenders. Springs have done well again to win the ball back, but the time in possession was brief. Here's Joe. Oh, and that took a deflection. So it's going to be a corner. First corner of the game for Auckland City. And it's going to be Gerard Garriga to go over and take it, the Spaniard. He was red carded in the Champions League final on Saturday last week. 2 yellow cards. Pretty heated match. Riga. Kilcolly's right there. Oh, bouncing ball. And it's going to be another corner. Kofi Dwamena really couldn't do much more than what he did there. So Joe Lee to take this one. Gregor's there for a short corner if required. Lee is going to hoist it in. Player went down in the area there. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. Dan Morgan is the player who's gone down. And Nick Waldron's pointed to the spot. Well, he called it and come instantly. But there's not much argument there from the Western Springs players, is there? So here's a big chance now for Auckland City to double their lead. And up steps Angus Kilcolly. And he's missed it. Can you believe it? Well, well, well. Auckland City haven't scored a penalty in the league this season. Wow, what a turn of events there. With Kilcolly not getting it on target at all. Now, what's happening here? Well, a yellow card's been shown here. Just trying to see who that's on. I think it's on the coaching, one of the coaches in the Springs. Well, that's Scott Hales getting spoken to there by Nick Waldron.
Yellow card, Scott Hales.
So the coach of Western Springs has been carded, clearly for some what we think is angry words. Let's just describe them as those. In the end, Springs survived the penalty. And now, here's a lob into the area. It's right across the face of the goal. Oscar Brown couldn't catch up with it. There he is in there trying to win it back. Well, what a turn of events this would be if Springs can equalise here, just moments after the penalty miss. Well, won by one gut kick. He's back in possession now, Ramsey. "12 minutes to play until half-time, so a goal to Jolie in after 4 minutes. And now Auckland City come forward again. Lee trying to keep possession. Duamena, good pass. Tobin. Gut kick again. Brown again, just losing the ball in the middle of the field, but gut kick is there to tidy up. See, Ramsey has pushed forward just a touch. Here he is again, the captain. It's well controlled over there by that Springs player. Oh, some good pressure here by City. The Western Springs players can't really had difficulty getting the ball beyond halfway there, didn't they? And now City got a free kick. Joe Tong ready to take it. In fact, he's going to leave it for Gerard Garriga. He was played 26 games last year, and he's on game 12 now. 10th start of the season, Garriga. 4 goals, or 3 goals this season so far. Beautifully taken. And now Kukali. In fact, that was Christian Gray who had a crack there. Got his first ever goal for Auckland City back in March. Did Christian Gray. Dearly love another one today. Ramsey for Springs. Finding a bit more space on this left wing side through Marquette and Ramsey again. Tobin back to Hamilton Palmer. Gut kick. A chance for them to sweep toward Duamena's run forward. And trying to win it back to, he was, but, and now here comes Liam Gillian pounding forward here for City. 3 Springs players right there. Nicely laid off by Koulibaly, and there's a foul. And Springs take it quickly. And Ramsey has drifted over to the right flank on that play. His gut kick. Tobin. Oh, just a bit too much heat on that one for Duamena to chase through. So still 1-0. Oh dear, Jolie 2-0. What a big error there from the Springs defence. And Jolie, thanks very much. Well, that was a gift, wasn't it? Diver making a real mess of that, the Springs keeper. And Jolie has got 2 goals in the game. And you just can't slacken off against Auckland City at any stage. As Jolie gets another goal, his 5th of the season. Got 2 against Melville back in round 6, 1 in their last game against Takapuna as well. So yeah, 5 goals for him now this season. And Regan Diver, the keeper for Springs, well, he's just got to put it behind him. Nothing he can do now. Just continue to work hard, and it'll be a hard job coming back now. Auckland City have only conceded 4 goals this season. They're very hard to score against them. Now scored 26 in their 8 and a bit games. So they are as tight as ever at the back. Only conceded 1 goal in their last 4 games in the league. Well, they did concede 2 in that Champions League final up in Vanuatu last weekend. As Garriga just holding Kilcolly, rather, just holding it to Joe, finding Jolie. This is nice play from Auckland City. And now they can continue to press through Adam Bell, who made a run forward. Taib drops back to that right back position. Dan Morgan, he's just managing everything nicely at the back. Lovely one-touch play. Joe can't find Kilcolly. Now one gut kick, as we've seen many times, getting himself in there and winning the ball. Five minutes to play until half-time. Hope you're enjoying this game, folks. Northern League football for 2023. 9th game of the season for Auckland City, 12th for Western Springs. Taib, the young midfielder. Doesn't turn 20 until February next year. And now Christian Gray, son of Roger Gray, a former All Whites captain. Bell under a bit of pressure from Margetts, who got in there and won it for Western Springs. Good work by him. Here's Thomas. Springs continuing to play it back a lot in this game. Joe looking to lob it. This is a beautiful ball over to Liam Gillian. Racing back there was Nakashima for Western Springs, but it's come off him, so it's going to be another corner. So Gerard Garriga going to take it again. Look at all the white and green jumpers in the area. Desperately hoping not to go 3-0 down. Kilcolly at the far post. Luckily for Springs, they got a player on it. It was Kofi Tuamena. Bell with that throw in. Garriga just pressured off the ball a bit there by Kofi Tuamena again. And so, going to be Margetts with the throw-in. Well, it's fallen for Auckland City. Gerard Garriga's got it. Lobo. Down to Gillian again. Nice play from Lee. He's going to play advantage there. No, he will call up that foul after that late challenge from a Springs player. Joe Lee, a member of the New Zealand Under-23s, played China earlier on in the year as well, just like Oscar Brown. But like Brown, didn't play in those two games either. A lot of those players in that team have just come back from the Under-20 World Cup in Argentina. Here's Morgan. Well won by Tayyib. Now Garriga pounds through the centre. Good ball to Kilcolly. Just couldn't wait the pass for Bell, and he's still got it. Auckland City. Joe Lee. Ramsey's furious. There was no foul there. Oh, beautiful work from Lee. How about that? And he's got it back here. Oh, he couldn't get a strike on it. Could have been a hat-trick there. Some lovely footwork from Joe Lee. Last few seconds of this first half. Garriga. Albert Riera standing there, contemplating. You really can't complain too much with a 2-0 scoreline in his team's favour. But other than those one or two errors, which they have managed to execute, it's been a pretty even contest. But football's all about putting the ball in the back of the net. And that's what Auckland City have done on two occasions in this first half. Bell. Tayyib in traffic. He's done well there. And that's going to be a yellow card for the captain, Oscar Ramsey.
Yellow card for Western Springs, number 7, Oscar Ramsey.
In fact, that will be the last act of the first half through the referee, Nick Waldron. So a very comfortable scoreline for Auckland City. The defending champions back from their success in Vanuatu here in the Northern League. They have a good scoreline of Auckland City leading by 2-0. Well, let's have a look at some highlights for you of the first half. And they got the goal scoring underway pretty early to Auckland City. And it was a lovely little ball here from Kilcolly. Beautifully weighted pass. And Jolie round Regan Diver and then putting it home. Tucking it away. A 1-0 win after 4 minutes. Or lead, rather. Western Springs haven't had too many chances other than that one there. Wamena just couldn't quite get the heat on it he was looking for. Lobo with that good run there, but just failed to connect there with Joe Lee. And then this, the second goal, Diver out of his area, making a mess of it. And Lee tucking away the second goal to give his team a 2-0 half-time lead. We'll be back here for the second half here at Seddon Fields in Westmere in Auckland very shortly.
The fern is a symbolic representation for all New Zealanders and has been reimagined to represent all of football in Aotearoa, New Zealand. A circular shape not only symbolises the round ball used by all those that play the game, but also, and more importantly, represents the strength and infinite connection created by all those that play a part of the game. With each piece of the fern recognising and acknowledging those that make the beautiful game beautiful. The stalk represents our grassroots, our communities, our clubs, our volunteers and our fans. They are the foundation and are at the centre of all we do. The pinner represents our federations across the whole of New Zealand. Our federations guide and protect our clubs and communities, allowing everyone to be heard, to be represented and provide guidance and opportunities at every pathway. One brand identity with regional differentiation. Federations in New Zealand football working together to serve our communities, creating more than a game, creating a sporting whānau where everyone is welcome.
We believe in supporting and nurturing our extended sporting whānau, working towards promoting a healthy group activity that kids, parents and friends love. We want everyone to feel invited. It is in our DNA. We are accessible to all. We are football in Aotearoa. We are the beautiful game and we are proud to be the largest sporting whānau in New Zealand.
Well, thanks for staying with us, folks. We've got the second half in just a moment between Auckland City and Western Springs in the Northern League. Auckland City at the moment in third place. However, they've only played 8 games, whereas the leaders at the moment, Eastern Suburbs, have played 11. Western Springs have played 11 as well. They're in 5th on 16 points, but they're going to need a big second half here at home. Second clash between these two teams this season, with Auckland City having won in round 1 4-0. Tade got a goal that day, Kukoli 2, own goal as well. So a big job ahead of Western Springs here. Just 2 slight defensive errors. Well, I say slight, the second one was a horror show, really. The first one, just a slight defensive error, and they paid the ultimate price on those 2 occasions by conceding those goals to Joe Lee, who scored both of them. We'll see what Springs can do here, and this is Koulibaly making a good run here. Turning is Oscar Brown. Springs swing onto attack, but then they blow it with that ball right there. And that's the difference, perhaps, between the two teams at the moment. Just the execution of the opportunities. Just letting Springs down a touch. But they're pressing hard to try and force a turnover. Now it's where referee Waldron ruled here. It's going to be a free kick to Auckland City. Not quite sure what that was for, but maybe there was an incident after Tracy cleared it away. Nathan Lobo in possession. Good young player. Again, a mixture of experience and youth on Auckland City's bench today. Mario Illich is there. Ryan de Vries, so much experience in those two. Murati is playing today. Moving to Auckland City from Auckland United. Springs really pressing hard here. Clear tactic here after half-time. Scott Hales has said, I want you to get up in the faces of those defenders. Well, we'll see if that tactic pays off. Kukoli's got it for Auckland City. Early ball that time for Gillian up front, but it's far too strong for him. Ramsey goes deep this time. It's not a bad ball too. It's a beauty. Wamena up there for Springs. Support with Nakashima. Good ball. It's Koulibaly. And Tracy's got a hand to it. Has it fallen for a Springs player? Gut kick, couldn't get a good crack at it. Better from Western Springs that time. Good combination between Koulibaly and Dwamena. And now Springs have got the corner. And Ramsey's going to take it. It's away by City. Nakashima couldn't link up with Patrick Tobin. Again, look at the Springs attackers really pressing hard. No whistle from the referee that time. And it's going to be Springs throw-in. Springs have still got it, but perhaps not in the area of the field they would have hoped for. Kulabali just link up with Nakashima. So they'll try again next time. Here's Nathan Lobo with the throw-in for Auckland City. Lovely play. Kulabali. Shadowed by Nathan Lobo. And then getting mixed up with Nakashima. It's fallen for Ramsey. Here's one. Gut kick. He's lost it. Great work there from Tayeb to win the ball for Auckland City. And they're in transition here. This is Lee. And a foul. Referee Nick Waldron didn't like that challenge from Oscar Ramsey. Remember, he was carded in the first half. Big chance here from a set piece. What are Lee and Garriga going to cook up here? Garriga might just have a pop here. It's just a three-man wall. If he can hook that around that left corner. In fact, it's going to be Lee. Oh, he didn't deliver it well. And Springs didn't really clear it with much authority either, did they? So the pressure will remain on their defence. Lobo looks for Gillian. Morgan with the header. Good control. And now Gray goes back for City. Nice touch from Joe. Joe has it again. Morgan got such a good left foot on him. Oh, lovely ball to Kukali, who's in the clear here. Tobin did well. Still work to do for Springs, though. And now looking to make a nuisance of himself. Unfortunately, it's going to go against Kofi Dwamena. Excellent play from Patrick Tobin to create that opportunity, though. Two goals, both in the first half, both scored by Joe Lee for Auckland City in the 4th and the 38th minutes. We can't forget too, they missed a penalty in the 30th minute. Angus Kilcolly putting it wide after Dan Morgan was taken down in the area from a corner. It could easily be 3-0. It's a beautiful ball, look at that. Here's Gillian. And he couldn't keep it in the field of play, but some positive signs there for Auckland City down the left wing side. Now Diver already made a mess of one. Remember. Up the centre they come. Springs, good turn from Koulibaly. Ramsey for Springs. Get to switch it over to the left. And Marquette just couldn't quite control it, disappointed. And he couldn't get that one. Collie wins it in the air for Gillian, but Fighty Hamilton Palmer, the Samoan international, seals it off for Western Springs. Diver, oh, a little touch heavy there from Tobin, but in the end it worked out okay. Koulibaly, good control from him. It's a decent ball from Ramsey. And now Marquette can run at the defence. Oh, there's a chance for Koulibaly in front of goal. But all the blue jumpers were there to crowd him. And now Gillian. Well, it's up and down at the moment. Play from both teams in this first 10 minutes of the second half. Hope you're enjoying the coverage of this Northern League match. It's a good ball, isn't it? Marquette's out it on that left wing side again for Western Springs. Brown. Clever play from Oscar Brown. Just didn't hook it back far enough, though, for Koulibaly. So Springs doing a good job in the second half here. Until that moment there, Brown and Marquette couldn't connect. So a rather soft way of turning the ball over. That's right, we're getting a substitution first of the game. Yeah, it looks like Angus Kulkoli is going to be replaced. So 57 minutes of play for the tall striker. And here comes Ryan de Vries for his 12th appearance this season. Nathan Lobo also coming off and being replaced by Murati.
And on number 11, Ryan de Vries. And Nathan Lobo off. And Regent Murati on.
So Regent Murati, who a new signing for Auckland City, was at Auckland United last year, played 31 games for them last year. But has made the switch to Auckland City late last year. And is now part of this very deep squad that Auckland City have. And here's de Vries up front. Not often he doesn't score in a game of football, Ryan de Vries. He's got 8 goals in his 11 games this season, including 5 in the Oceania Champions League, which of course finished on Saturday. Good pressure coming in from Western Springs, and Connor Tracy hurrying the clearance. Gut kick. Good play from him. Marquette. Gut kick again. Well, it's cut out that time. And I think that might have just popped up into the arm there of Joe Lee. So free kick here for Springs. Could put this one into the area. You can see Hamilton Palmer coming from deep. See what they can do here. Now, that looked like it came off one of those Auckland City players, so it's going to be a corner. Adam Bell it was. Coming up to the 60-minute mark, no change to that halftime score. Ramsey to take the corner. Almost getting a connection, it's still there. Tracy desperate to clear it away, and it's going to be more pressure for the City defence with Springs corner again. Ramsey, over he goes to take it from the other side this time. And that's not going to fall for a Springs player. Marquettes couldn't get a connection. Oh, there's a free kick on the edge of the area here. As we saw Matt Thomas go down. Dan Morgan doesn't seem particularly happy with that call. Or something that happened. Matt Thomas was in there, but couldn't quite see what happened. So anyway, here is a big chance for Western Springs from the edge of the area. Ramsey over it. He scored 6 goals this season for Springs. 4 of them are penalties, though. One gut kick has scored just the one back in round 9. It was against Auckland United in a 1-1 draw. So it's going to be Ramsey. Oh, that's unfortunate. Nowhere near it. What a bummer for Springs. He couldn't get that one on target. So another sub. Gillian's already been on. He's staying on. Joe Lee's coming off. And he scored 2 goals in the first half. This is interesting here. So Joe Lee's a striker, and Mario Illich, who's a defensive midfielder, more of a sweeper. He comes on.
Joe Lee, number 16 off. Number 2, Mario Illich on.
Illich on for his 10th game this season. He started the previous 9, 4 goals. In fact, rather 4 games in the Oceania Champions League. No goals yet for Illich, but interesting to see where he slots into this team. You can see there he is, number 2. So he's back in that offensive midfield. So it'll be interesting to see how the attack for Auckland City will now operate. Tayyip here, number 26, might be pushing forward a bit more now with De Vries up front. This is Nakashima. Here is again Nakashima, the Japanese player, looking a dangerous ball in there. Well, Brown is going to concede a free kick on Christian Gray. Didn't look like much contact there. But there was just enough, according to Nick Waldron. Bell's lost it. Nakashima's got it. He's got 3 defenders there, and he's bumped off the ball by Adam Bell. Koulibaly. Nice play from him. Here's Ramsey, swings it in. Yeah, too much gas on that one. Well, you can't fault Western Springs' attitude and effort in this game. It's been there. Just those slight errors in the first half Good turn from Koulibaly. Ramsey. Good clearance from City and Tayyip. And now Ryan de Vries. Tayyip fouled from behind by Patrick Tobin. It looks like Springs coach Scott Hales is going to make some substitutions now.
Springs, number 19, Tui Paimana on, and Kita Nakashima off.
So Nakashima's come off, and he's been replaced by the former Phoenix Reserves player, Tui Paimana. We'll see what impact he can have. The number 19. Good kick, just touched there by Gerard Garriga. Another free kick coming for Springs with 25 minutes to play. Here's Ramsey. Nice touch. Joe. Hooks it back to Morgan. Nice play from Toyab, and that's Joe coming forward again. From Hamilton Palmer. Ryan de Vries. Here's Adam Bell. Looks like he switched on to the right back position, starting at left back. And now Springs. Hoping to clear it. But messy though. And it's only fallen as far as Gerard Garriga. Tracy finds Ryan de Vries. Look out, here comes Ryan de Vries in space. And he's just wide. Loves to put the ball in the back of the net, Ryan de Vries, and he scored plenty of goals in that fashion down through the years. 31 years of age now. Well over 100 games for Auckland City. 2 stints. Garriga does well to win that one. And he's going to be fouled there. No card though. Yeah, Garriga had a very interesting game on Saturday, didn't he? In that Oceania Champions League final. 2 yellow cards in it. Sent off. Fijian team Suva also had a player sent off. But goals in extra time. 2 of them to Auckland City. Sealed the deal 4-2 as they won another OFC Champions League title. Another foul on Garriga. Well, I didn't see much in that one, according to some Springs supporters. Lovely ball. Here's Gillian. Gillian. Well, in the end, he hooked it back to nobody. And some composed defending there. Here's Koulibaly with the pace. 2-on-1 situation, perhaps. It's a shot and straight at Connor Tracy. Again, Springs just couldn't quite get the width on that shot from Dwamena. But encouragement for them. Springs have got it here through Oscar Ramsey. Gut kick. This is better play from Springs. Long range shot. Good save from Tracy that time. Well, that one seemed to be on target, didn't it? And Auckland City's keeper is down, so some big pressure here on City's defence. Springs coming to life in the 70th minute. Ramsey. Those corners are not finding the head of any Springs players. All of them have found Auckland City players. Oh, great ball from gut kick. Here's Ramsey again. Oh, it's an own goal. It's an own goal. Looks like it's gone in off Christian Gray. We'll check that one out. Yeah, look at that. It's gone straight in off Christian Gray. Well, Springs are back in the contest.
Own goal from number 4, Christian Gray.
And we've seen Springs really play well just in the last 90 seconds. So now it's game on. That's just the 5th goal that Auckland City have conceded this season in their Northern League campaign. They have not conceded 2 in one game all season, so Springs will be motivated, and they're finding a bit of space now. Margette's with the early ball in, and that wasn't far away either. It's going to go against Ryan de Vries. Well, some excellent fluidity and combinations coming from Springs at the moment. It's really testing the Auckland City's defence. Now, Dan Morgan, the captain, is coming off. And this is Aidan Carey coming on, who is a former Auckland City youth team captain. So captain's armband is going to Mario Illich. Carey coming on for his 7th appearance this season. Started in 3 games. 23 appearances last year. Carey, another one of these good young players. There's been a number of them have been getting good minutes for Auckland City over the past couple of years. Here comes Springs. Ayama with that play. Ramsey. Gonna get it in there for Wamena, but he couldn't control that one. Well, this is good pressure being put on by Springs in the second half. They've really... There's another really good example of it. Certainly had the better of the second halves of these two teams. But there's still 17 minutes to play. Can they find a way back here? Hamilton Palmer. Now one gut kick. Now it's Springs' time now to give up the ball here. Here's de Vries, look out. Oh, 3-1. Ryan de Vries. Another goal for him.
Auckland City 3, Western Springs 1. Ryan de Vries.
And all the good work that Springs did has been undone there with that loose pass which Garriga snapped up, and de Vries doesn't miss often from that spot on the field. And it's back to a 2-goal margin. Ryan de Vries, what a star he's been for a long, long time at this club. Did leave in 2018, had stints in Japan and Ireland, but returned in 2022 to Auckland. And linking up with his old club. So 15 minutes to play. Christian Gray. No chances getting rid of that one. De Vries lays it off. All the way back to Regan Divo, who's been largely unemployed until that shot on goal there by Ryan de Vries in the second half. Again, this the loose passing. We've had the first goal was a good one by Joe Lee. Second was an error by Regan Diver, and then a loose pass at the back there. Jumped on by Garriga, and they turned it into a third goal. So two of the goals. Western Springs have just been their own worst enemy in this game. Hamilton Palmer. Good work from Oscar Brown. Gets. Gut kick. Good ball. And here's a chance for Koulibaly again. Get his pace going. Almost another own goal. Can you believe that with Illich? Almost. Coming in there on the near post. That was a near thing. And in the end, it's going to be a goal kick. Joe picks up the loose ball for Auckland City. Garriga. Murati on the right back position now as Tracy tries to find Gillian. Who's got it. Tayeb. There's Murati. Again, he makes a run from the back, does Rajat Murati, but Thomas is just going to allow that one to go over for a goal kick. 12 minutes to play here at Seddon Fields. 3-1. 2 goals to Jolie in the first half. It was 2-0 at half-time. And we had a 2-minute period where Western Springs looked fantastic, creating a couple of chances, and then a goal with Christian Gray guiding it past his own keeper for an own goal for Springs. And then 4 minutes later, Ryan de Vries, who just delivered that back pass to Christian Gray, reasserted the 2-goal lead. What a ball from de Vries there. Gillian. Diver was well aware, well awake to it, which was excellent keeping that time. But de Vries, what a delightful pass. That would have been a hair's breadth away from a 4th goal. It's going to be an Auckland City throw-in. The Springs just look like I wouldn't say their heads have dropped, but their challenge has just dropped in intensity just a touch since their third goal was conceded. See if a moment of brilliance from maybe one of their players can spark them up again in this last 10 minutes. It's a good play from Ramsey. Ayamana. And boy, that was a close call right there from Dwamena, who was right there. Some great work on that right wing side by Ayamana. Delivered a beautiful cross, and that could have easily been the second goal right there, with Dwamena unable to get that header on target. Ryan de Vries. Thomas, back to gut kick. Good play from one gut kick again. Ramsey looking for Margetts, but not the accuracy of the pass that time. Tayyip chasing through, but Regan Diver, the keeper, not shy in coming out of his area. Illich guides it down here for Ryan de Vries. Gray. Flag goes up for offside on Liam Gillian. Good challenge coming in from Auckland City. Gut kick. Again, back in front of the defensive line again. Well won by Gray. Now Joe. So throw in. There's Albert Riera, bottom left of your screen there, the coach. Himself a very fine player for Auckland City for many seasons. Second year head coaching this team. And he's not missed a beat since taking over. Here's Ryan de Vries in a bit of space. Lovely little layoff. And Joe. Tayyip. Adam Bell making a run from left back. And I think it's gone out, it has. Well, a 19-year-old Adam Bell is in a bit of trouble over there, maybe a bit of cramp. No injuries in the game at all. It's been a very... it's been a very fluid game. It's been very few stoppages in this match. Ramsey. Yeah, there hasn't been any injury pauses at all in this contest. Hopefully it remains that way over the last 5.5 minutes. The Springs have got to find 2 goals to get something out of this game. Gut kick. And now Ramsey. Oh, poor pass that time from Ramsey. He was caught in two minds almost there. Whether he might have had a shot or in the end it was all rather disappointing for Springs, but they're back in possession. Ramsey will get another chance. 1 minute, or he can't lay it off this time for Bayamana. And just wonder if another sub's about to be made. Yeah, number 14 is on for Western Springs. That's Will McKee, 17-year-old, youngest player in the game today. Doesn't turn 18 until March next year.
Josh Naketov and Will McKee on.
So a chance for Will McKee, and there's a potentially good ball there, but in the end snuffed out okay by the Western Springs defence as Ramsey tries to cook something up again. Koulibaly can't get that one, and now Christian Gray. Gray just had to stretch for that one, a touch. De Vries gives Liam Gillian one to chase. He's got it too. Has Gillian. Gillian. Still there for Liam Gillian, but in the end, too many defenders on the way there for him to unleash a shot. Good turn. That is McKee. In fact, that was Oscar Brown. Good play from Oscar Brown. He's got it back on possession here, Brown. Down he goes, but it was cleanly won, says the referee, who was right there. Auckland City doing a good job here of denying their opponents the ball. And plenty of energy from Western Springs in the game. Just a couple of moments let them down. And Auckland City have been good enough to execute 2 goals from it. And of course, that first good goal by Joe Lee would set the ball rolling in the 4th minute. Bayamana. Still here for Ramsey. Bayamana again. Gut kick. Gut kick getting it back from Thomas. One minute to play. There won't be much out of time in this game. Tobin. It's a good ball.
Substitution for Western Springs.
Now one more sub is going to be made by Coach Scott Hales. Koulibaly off, and on comes Campbell McIntyre for his 4th appearance. Former Bay Olympic player. Played 10 games for them last year. He's wearing 3 and he's straight into the action as McIntyre. He's only got a minute of game time here. Make an impression. Great ball over from Connor Tracy to Liam Gillian. On that right wing side. Gray over to Bell. Tayeb trying to do a number there on Pat Tobin. So we're in the last few minutes of this contest now. Joe. Auckland City happy to knock it all the way back to Connor Tracy. Nice turn from Garriga as they look to close in on another 3 competition points in this Northern League. Gut kick. Gets it back. And now it's Hamilton Palmer. Nothing too much now coming from Western Springs near the end of this game. Cut out by Springs, and here rather by Joe. And now back to Bell. Nice one-touch passing by Auckland City. Gillian. Back to Murati. And Gillian's taken up space on the halfway line, and away he goes again. Ryan de Vries just holding back a touch this time as Bell comes forward. Tayeb can't get that one, and so Diver can clear. As we took over the 93rd minute now. Garriga's going to concede the free kick. Illich over there for Auckland City. Gillian again. As we close down in this game here in the Northern League. Good turn from Tayeb. Tobin gives away the free kick on the halfway line. Still time to play according to referee Nick Waldron. Gray. And that is going to do it. 3 points in the bank again for Auckland City, who move back up the table into second place. They have won their 7th game from 9 so far this season, and they've won it by 3-1. Joe Lee scored 2 goals in the first half to give the visitors a half-time lead. Western Springs came back, though, with a goal in the 70th minute, which is actually an own goal from Christian Gray, the Auckland City defender. But then Ryan de Vries put the game to bed in the 74th minute with a beautiful finish as we check out the highlights for you of this contest. Here are the first 2 goals in the first half, and a lovely through ball there from Kilcully, and Lee expertly finishing it as he rounded Diver and tucked it away for the first goal. And then he got a second in the 38th minute, capitalising on that error from Regan Diver. And Auckland City were comfortable at half-time. In the second half, there were a couple of chances. Tobin did well to defend that one for Western Springs. That one there was a great stop there by Tracy. Beautiful shot from long range. And this was during the period where Western Springs really started to cause Auckland City some problems. More than problems, because there's the own goal from Christian Gray. That's 2-1 after 70 minutes. But then just 4 minutes later, an error there, capitalised on by Garriga. And look at the space there for Ryan DeVries, who scored Auckland City's 3rd goal. His 9th goal this season. And that was that for Auckland City as they head back to the top 2 here in the Northern League. Well, thanks for joining us this evening here from Seddon Fields. We hope you enjoyed the game. Hard luck for Western Springs, the home team. They stay, for the meantime, in 5th place in the Northern League, but Auckland City proving too good, winning tonight by 3-1.